So a quick search on PubMed, sleep apnea, you can see the first search there, 41,558 results just on the term sleep apnea. So we can probably guess that it's a fairly major problem that's affecting our society. We type in another search here, treatment, 23,000 results of all different studies on how to treat sleep apnea. So that was just a broad search on treatments. Sleep apnea and type 2 diabetes. That search alone came up with 176 results. Depending on what sort of search you put in, you can bring up a lot more results than that just on type 2 diabetes. Sleep apnea and BMI. So obviously sleep apnea, obstructive sleep apnea is definitely related to being overweight or obese. That came up with 3,286 results. Weight loss for sleep apnea treatment, 1,126 results, talking about the benefits of losing weight to treat obstructive sleep apnea. Then if we just have a bit of a look here at some of the studies, obstructive sleep apnea and type 2 diabetes, evidence that regular snoring and obstructive sleep apnea are independently associated with alterations in glucose metabolism. Thus, obstructive sleep apnea might be a risk factor for the development of type 2 diabetes. So this is just one research result on how obstructive sleep apnea can lead to type 2 diabetes. Here's another association with sleep apnea and type 2 diabetes. Research done in the past 2 decades indicates that obstructive sleep apnea, through the effects of intermittent hyperexia and sleep fragmentation, could contribute independently to the development of insulin resistance, glucose intolerance, and type 2 diabetes. Sleep apnea and glucose metabolism. So it is independently related to the development of insulin resistance and thereby the risk of manifest diabetes. So, this is just looking at a couple of studies quickly, that the relationship between being overweight, sleep apnea and type 2 diabetes, all of these diseases, they just don't have one effect, you get multiple effects. Sleep apnea and fatty liver. Study shows that BMI and the average desaturation contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver in subjects with obstructive sleep apnea. In this regard, sleep apnea may trigger metabolic mitochondrial energy associated process, thereby altering lipid metabolism. Obstructive sleep apnea and lipid profile. So they're talking about high total cholesterol, because clearly becoming overweight and obese is related to higher total cholesterol, and these are also related with sleep apnea. So you don't just get one problem, you get multiple problems with either being overweight, out of condition, or obese. And if you've got sleep apnea, it's highly likely you're going to develop or will have these other problems as well. Sleep apnea and heart failure. There's a lot of research on heart failure through sleep apnea because of the stresses it puts on the body, constantly waking up. Low oxygen levels, another one. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy associated with sleep apnea. So as we can see, just quick random searches, health issues are so tied into each other. You don't just get one problem, you get multiple problems. And this is what's so important, to look after your health, eat healthy foods, and maintain a nice BMI, not to be overweight, and not to be sedentary. So here we're clinical trial comparing bypass surgery and intensive lifestyle interventions. So clearly it's very hard to get people to follow a lifestyle intervention, and the bariatric surgery works straight away, but the problem is you're not developing new habits. Weight loss from lifestyle intervention, another study. Weight loss via intensive lifestyle interventions could be encouraged as a treatment for mild to moderate obstructive sleep apnea. hypertension and sleep apnea. So here's another thing that's associated. Not necessarily that you get sleep apnea and develop hypertension. It's more likely you probably become overweight, you get hypertension, and sleep apnea is another symptom that you get. Sleep apnea, heart failure, another big study on this. I don't know if people realise the dangers of sleep apnea. They just think they've got an interrupted sleep and they get a CPAP machine and get better sleep. Have they thought about all the other issues that come with one, being overweight or obese? So many chronic health conditions come along with this. Sleep apnea is just something, oh, I'm having a bad sleep, I go and get some sleep tests and get a sleep machine, oh wow, now I'm good. Look at all the other problems that come with it, sleep apnea and stroke. It's there's just a mile of information on PubMed covering all this. So maintaining a healthy BMI is just got so many benefits for your health: increased longevity, less risk of strokes, heart attacks, cancer, type 2 diabetes, even sleep apnea. The benefits are just so numerous, you just couldn't cover them all. And you can see in this fantastic chart the average BMI comparisons through the different eating groups. A whole food plant-based diet is so simple to start. You don't have to be just all in. Just start with some green smoothies, banana smoothies, berry smoothies, easy bean mixes, tomatoes and avocado. You can make up some beautiful textured protein pies. Look at all the combinations of foods you've got. It's easy to start and it's healthy. Any improvement along the scale of healthier eating is helpful. It's just you start and you improve, and every little bit you do improves every section of your life. Start now, nothing to wait. And remember, if you don't look after your health now, it won't look after you later. So see you in the next video.